Hey, good morning, or actually good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I'm going live simultaneously on YouTube and on TikTok. So if you're not following me on either of those, please consider following me on YouTube at Trina Merry or on TikTok at Trina Merry Body Paint, so that in case one of these goes out, you can catch me on the other one. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a little bit of an FAQ. I'm going to be going on Answer the Public and answering some common questions about body paint for today, whatever's trending for today, and try to answer a couple of just, I don't know, any of your questions that you might have. So in the middle of this chat, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Otherwise, I'll just keep on trekking along. And thank you so much for being here. You guys mean the world to me, and I'm really excited to have you here. Again, I'm going live on TikTok and on YouTube, trying to answer some questions that are trending this week on Answer the Public. So let's get it kicked off with our first question. Our first question is, can body paint be used on the face? And if anybody has seen my TikToks, you will know that I use body paint on my face all the time, and of course on other people's faces. But I think the question really is is body paint going to clog your pores? Is it bad for your skin? And I would say that there are a lot of different kinds of body paint. So the type that I recommend to use on your face is water-based body paint, alcohol-based body paint, or silicone-based body paint. I know a lot of people that just go on Amazon or go into a Halloween store may not know all the different kinds of body paint, and so a lot of times they will use these oil-based body paints that are really used for theatrical makeup back in the day before they had good products. And so I would not recommend that for your skin. It definitely clogs your pores, and it just doesn't really set. It's always kind of wet, and it's nice because it doesn't get crusty or anything, but it just is not good for your pores. It's not good for your skin. So regular body paint, especially water-based body paint that you activate with water, that is fantastic for your skin. Wear that on your face all day, every day. Well, maybe not every day, but almost every day, and you'll be just fine. Okay, question number 2, how to body paint for cosplay. I love this question. I love cosplay. I literally just body painted for Dallas Comic-Con this last weekend, which was so much fun. And if you haven't seen any of those Predator videos, please go check them out because they're hilarious. We went through the drive-through, and we got people's reactions at Comic-Con to the Predator body painting. So those are kind of entertaining. I recommend checking them out. Let me know what you guys think. Anyways, I just wrote a blog that's really in-depth. It's 2,500 words, literally yesterday, all about body paint for cosplay. So please go to my website, trinamerry.com, click on the news button. That'll take you to my blog, and one of the most recent blogs that I wrote yesterday is about cosplay body paint. It goes into depth about the type of materials that you need, the techniques that you use, all of the different ideas. I came up with a bunch of different ideas, not just of character specific, but of other characters that you could kind of riff off of for cosplay body paint. It's in depth. So over 2,500 words. Please go check that out. If you want me to do a video about it, or a series of videos about body paint for cosplay, please leave a comment below. I will create a whole series around it if that's what you want. Or if you have a specific cosplay character that you want me to do a tutorial about, as a short video or a longer video, please comment below. I'm going to be doing my Halloween content. I'm actually going to get a start on my Halloween content as soon as I get back from Los Angeles next week. But I need your ideas. Are we all going Wednesday Addams this year? Are we going with Avatar? Like, what do you guys care about? What are you interested in? Are we still doing Marvel characters, or are they over? Like, tell me what you want to do for your Halloween costumes and your looks this year, and I will make videos about them and tutorials. So comment below. Okay, that's enough about cosplay. Again, go to trinamerry.com, hit news, big old blog about it that I just wrote yesterday. Okay, why body art? And it's free. You can get all the information for free. Why body art? Okay, this is kind of an odd question. Why body art? Personally, I think that body art is a very cool medium to work with because it's so human. There's a twinkle in the eye. There's a heartbeat. Your artwork smiles back at you, and you can have conversations with it, you know, which is different from maybe painting a wall, a mural, or painting on canvas, or sculpting a pot. You know, there's no twinkle in the eye. There's no heartbeat there. So I feel like body art is really special, whether that's, you know, body painting, tattooing, or like body modification. I think I can speak for most people that work with body art that like this human to human connection is really cool, and it's like an identifier. It helps us like express ourselves, and it's the oldest art form that we know of. It predates cave paintings, and I think that's very, very special to be able to work with such an ancient body painting, but in a contemporary way. So that's personally why body art for me. I've done every medium. I am considered to be a multimedia artist. I still photograph my own works. I do video, I do performance art, I'm creating installations. I'm doing a lot of different kinds of like things with the body paint, but for me, it's the painting on people itself that is so freaking fun. And I just am passionate about it, and just in love with it, super addicted. Can't get over it, even though it's been 17 years. It just makes me feel alive. So that's why body art for me. Okay, next question from Answer the Public. Is body paint safe? Now, this is a question I get a lot. You know, it really comes down to that crazy movie Goldfinger, the James Bond Goldfinger. Now, to be fair, if I'm being 100% honest, when body paint or what people used on the body in the past was not all sunshine and daisies, okay? People were using things like that had lead and mercury and stuff in it, like the Elizabethan times. People that were using body paint in like Egyptian times. These were not products you should be putting on your skin or like absorbing these things from the rocks, from the pigment from the earth. That is stuff that's not really meant to be on your skin for long periods of time. It's hard for your body to like get rid of it. And so like when they shot The Wizard of Oz, they actually had to recast the Tin Man because the first person that they painted silver, they used a product that had a lot of lead in it, and the guy died from the paint. But I think they were using like a house paint, like a latex based body paint. Like this was not something that is like what body paint is today. Body paint today is non-toxic. It's FDA approved. It is hypoallergenic. You shouldn't even break out in a rash from body paint. There's no heavy metals. Like it's totally safe, especially water-based body paint that is coming from a reputable brand like Chameleon, Maron, Krylon. These brands are reputable. Like you're not going to be hurting yourself. Now, Maron metallic pigments, no, not good for you. Has heavy metals, but it's non-toxic and it's hypoallergenic. Well, for the most part. I've had models actually break out. Anyways, long story short, I really am here to tell you that body paint today is safe. It's not like Goldfinger where you like paint the girl and the Bond girl and she dies from body paint, or it's not like the Tin Man situation. No, it is safe. It's non-toxic. So I'm very pleased, very grateful that I can paint on people and make it as safe as possible for them. The other thing is to talk about in regards to safety is things like hygiene. So a lot of body painters actually don't have good safety and hygiene practices, and that can include the places where they're airbrushing may not be properly ventilated or have like the right sort of, system like that you're supposed to have according to the law. But there's just no enforcing it. So like artists get lazy and they don't like take care of the people that they're painting or themselves, which is really sad. There's things like hygiene, like people will use the same body paint from person to person, which is really dangerous because things like fungus and viruses and even some bacteria, like you can't clean it off from one person to another. It stays in the little like paint pod. So if you should only have paints that are brand new and for you, especially if you are gonna like have your clothes off. You don't want somebody's toe fungus going in your eye 3 weeks later that you don't know. You know what I mean? Like it's just artists just have no accountability, and so they go with the cheapest, laziest route possible, and which is really unfortunate because I think that it does create safety concerns. And like I know my brand clients in particular, like they don't want to get sued. They want best practices. So I only buy fresh body paints for each individual person. Yes, it's more expensive. Sometimes you can cut up those cakes to like save some money. So if you know you're not going to use an entire white, but you might use half that white on a person's body, which you learn from body painting for a little while, you can cut that cake in half and separate it into 2 different pods. That stretches your money a little bit. You get 2 whites, and so there's ways to do it to be safe, but also economic or budget conscious. Also, if you're like me, I buy body paint in bulk. I spend anywhere from, maybe $400 to $2,500 each body paint order. Lately, it's been a little less because I haven't been body painting. Even though I've been on the road body painting a lot, I've been body painting some of the same people, so I haven't used as much paint as I normally do. But things are ramping back up again, and I know I'm going to be placing those like really, really big paint orders. So the other thing you can do as a body painter, if you care about safety but you want to save some money, is you can paint the same people more than once, and you can create a body paint kit for that person that they bring with them, and they maybe even you teach them how to wash their own brushes, so suddenly you don't have to wash brushes anymore. You don't have to carry body paint or travel with body paint anymore because they're bringing it. And you get to keep them safe. You get to save money from project to project, and and you will have helped support the body paint industry and helped like keep those brands afloat. So win-win all the way around. Please consider good hygiene and the safety of the people that you body paint. For many reasons, there you go. And body painter people that are getting body painted, if your painter gives you fresh paint, then you should 100% like keep that paint and bring it to your next body painter and ask if they'll use that on you. So the other thought also, I'll say this, if you're an airbrush artist, it's slightly different because you can just airbrush it on, and then wearing the right mask and whatever it is that you need for your ventilation area. But then like you don't have to like have brand new paints every time because you're pouring it into the airbrush gun, and the airbrush gun doesn't touch that person's body. There's like some distance, but there's viruses, there's fungus and stuff on that person's skin that blows back on your face. So you do like need to have the right type of safety equipment. Okay, that was a lot on safety. I have other blogs that I've written about that. If you're curious, I have white papers that I like did about $10,000 worth of like research, hiring people to scientists and doctors and some of the top like brand skincare consultants, all to find out like what's like the safest possible practice that I could have from a legal standpoint. And so like, if anybody wants that information, I will just give it away to you for free. You don't have to spend even a penny on it. And you can either email me or message me through these situations, comment below, or you can go on my website, trinamerry.com, and like scour for that blog. You could probably just Google Trina Merry and like body paint safety or body paint hygiene, and it should pop up in Google also. So giving that away to you for free. All right, next up, how long does it take for body paint to dry? So body paint, it depends on the type, of course. So water-based body paint can dry with anywhere from like 30 seconds to maybe 2 minutes. It's dry. Now, the only caveat to this is if you're in a super humid environment. I just got back from Costa Rica, and that body paint never truly dried or set, so we were having to use like blow dryers, and like that didn't really work. So what you really need to do is you need to have like a dehumidifier. So you have to be aware of like where you're painting, so you know if you need to add a humidifier in very, very dry, cold climates, or you need to have a dehumidifier in order to make sure that the paint times are adjusted correctly. So it kind of depends on like where the body paint is made and where it comes from. So a lot of the body paints are made in China, but some of them are also formulated in the United States or in Europe. So they're not really made for those like ultra humid environments like Korea or like some of the Central and South American countries. So sometimes you need a dehumidifier. It's also not made for super cold environments. Like I just went to Iceland, and I've been to like the national parks, like my body paint was freezing, my baby wipes were freezing. So you need to like be aware of like the small amount of chemistry that is involved, the science side of the body paint. But okay, generalized rule in the United States, in Japan, in Mexico, in most countries that have like pretty temperate weather, the water-based body paint will dry in 30 seconds to 2 minutes, depending on the level of humidity in the air and sweaty, like the skin and sweaty factors of like the person. And then the alcohol-based body paint will dry almost instantaneously. Silicone-based body paint takes longer to dry, and it depends on if you're using a brush or if you're airbrushing it on. The silicone takes like up to 5 minutes to dry, sometimes 10 minutes if you've put it on really thick. But then it like stays on, does not come off for like up to a week. So it takes a little longer to dry, especially for something like Halloween. That's why a lot of artists use alcohol-based body paint. But if you need it to stay on longer because you're like going to Burning Man, you got festivals, you got a whole weekend, you want that silicone-based product. So oil-based product, just don't even. That's my best advice. We're not even gonna talk about how long it takes. I have a little asthma because the wildfire air hit Texas this weekend. So my asthma's been kicking. Okay. Next question. Will body paint stay on canvas? Now this comes from TikTok. So it's a TikTok trend where girls were being cute and guys, but mostly it started with girls, and they were like body painting their butts, their hips, all the way down to their legs and down to their feet, and they were like sitting on a canvas, and then they would like get up and that like using their bodies as a brush, and then that print that they made with their like butts or their legs, they were then giving as gifts to their significant other. And it was like a fun, sexy, silly way to like deal with some TikTok censorship as well, I think. But it was a fun little trend, and people got to be artists by like using their body as brush. And I love this trend because it was like, this is what I do. I use the body as a canvas or use it as a brush, and I thought that was really fun. However, does body paint, like the thing that you're supposed to use for your skin, does that actually stay on the canvas? And the answer is not really. It's not archival. It's not meant to stay on the canvas, but There are brands like MAC that have acrylic that they have formulated for the skin. This is different from picking up your own acrylic paints to paint a canvas with, acrylic paints to airbrush with. This is acrylic that's made for the skin that, if you use it, will stay on the canvas. So that's my only caveat. Regular water-based body paint, alcohol-based body paint, silicone-based body paint may or may not stay on the canvas very long. I mean, it will stay on there, but like, it's not archival. It's not something that's gonna last. It's not gonna like be there for years. It's there and like, it won't look good. It won't look good. But if you use the acrylic by MAC, it's safe for the skin and it will stay on the canvas. And I don't know its archival qualities. You gotta ask MAC about that. But I assume that it would be somewhat archival if you sealed it correctly. So that's my recommendation, is the acrylic by MAC, which is kind of hard to find, kind of expensive, but you're not gonna have a rash on your ass, so get it. Next question. Okay, body paint and canvas. I see a theme here. I see that body paint versus acrylic. Okay. So there's definitely like, I don't know why this is, I thought this was an old trend, but I guess it's something that is still trending online. I guess people are still trying to understand what that TikTok trend was. So body paint versus acrylic. So there's artists like, say, Alexa Mead, who's using, and Lubelin, a few like other artists, use acrylic paint on the skin. And it is considered to be non-toxic, but that's mostly like if you ingest it, you're not gonna die. Doesn't mean that you're supposed to cover your skin in it. It's not really non-toxic like that. So I've been covered in acrylic paint before. I've covered other people in acrylic paint. I've covered other people in house liquid latex paint that's also non-toxic. I've done all the things over the years. I've tried to, if it's consenting adults and they want to do it, we've tried it over the last 17 years. So I'm here to tell you from experience about these products. So acrylic paint is not my favorite, and this is why. One, it is crappy. It's not made for the skin. So it cracks, it's like peels off, it looks really bad. Within about 30 minutes to 2 hours, it looks really bad. And yeah, you create some interesting textures, but it is not made for the skin. And you can see that right away. And anybody that tries to tell you that it's safe for the skin is lying to you, because I've seen a lot of people break out in rashes from the acrylic paint. Now, putting acrylic or liquid latex that says it's non-toxic on your skin for 1 hour or like one event, like a few hours or something, like probably isn't gonna kill you. But like, did you ingest heavy metals through your skin? Like, did you like potentially put yourself at risk for a allergic reaction? Like, did it look like crap? You know, yeah. So like, acrylic paint is like not great. But what I have done is like, I've used fabric paints or acrylic paints on the fabric, and then I've used body paint on the skin, and then sometimes I have put acrylic paint over the top of the body paint, because the body paint is serving as a bit of a barrier between your skin and the acrylic. And what that does is it like preserves your skin. You're a little bit safer that way. And secondarily, you have like, it's a little more flexible. The body paint is flexible on your skin, so then the acrylic is sitting on top of that, and it doesn't like break down as fast. But basically, like, don't do it. It's not made for the skin. Like, you wouldn't like put, like, I guess people do put lipstick on a canvas. Like, what do they not put on a canvas? But basically, like, you wouldn't put you wouldn't really like do a painting out of makeup and then expect it to be archival. Like, you might do that as a performance piece or like a statement piece about like the product, like the beauty industry or something, but you're not expecting those pieces to be archival and like last 20, 50, 100 years from now. Like, an investor is probably not gonna like invest a ton of money necessarily for like its archival qualities. It's kind of like buying a Damien Hirst shark, like, you know, it's going to have to be replaced as it decomposes, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, so, and it's the same way with like acrylic paint. Like, you're not putting that on the skin expecting it to behave like your everyday makeup or like how body paint behaves, because it's not that product. So yeah, I mean, body paint is so cheap. In fact, it's cheaper in a lot of ways than going out and buying acrylic paint. Like, you should just buy body paint. And if you want to test it out, if you're not sure how, like, if you want to commit to a full body painting, like, just buy a little face paint kit from Chameleon or Wolf Effects. You know, it's like $20, and then you have like 6 colors or 12 colors or whatever, and then you can just try it out. And that's like actually cheaper than going and buying each acrylic color for like $6 to $12. You know what I mean? For 6 to 12 paint thing. Like, just buy like the small thing of face paint, try it out, and then like go from there. You can always get like the bigger pots of paint. Then you can try out different kinds of body paint, like alcohol based, silicone based, like as you get more budget or like the more desire to try it out. So that's kind of my advice, is like, can you put acrylic on your body? Okay. Is it bad for you? I think probably it is, but is there enough testing on it? No. No. But my own like anecdotal research is like, there are acrylic paints that are made for the body. Like I mentioned before, that like MAC makes acrylic that's for your body, formulated for the skin. So if you want to go there, but like spend a lot. It's like, I don't know, 20, 30 bottles per little thing of paint, you know? So you're paying a premium, but you get the product and like it's safe and it's made for the skin. Like, just getting craft paint or like artist paint is like, it's dumb. Honestly, it's like dumb. Like, don't do it. Like, just get body paint. Just use makeup. Use makeup. Like, I would rather you used eyeshadow. Like, you know, foundations and like sealants and stuff mixed with different eyeshadow pigments that were like, not like pigment, but like eyeshadow pigment. And like, I would rather you like did body painting that way than like go get acrylic paint. That just doesn't make any darn sense. So there you go. Okay, those are the questions. Does anybody else here have questions? Let's scroll through the comments. Hello. Let's see. Okay, hi TikTok, hi YouTube, I'm on both. So the question is, when will you body paint yourself? So I actually started out as a body paint model. I got body painted on stage in my underwear at a Dresden Dolls concert, and with this band called the Red Paintings for their opening act. And that's kind of like how I found out about body paint, and eventually like I got to be the person that put paint on other people. It was really fun, and I still put paint on myself for performance art pieces, for TikTok. So if you want to see more things where like I'm putting paint on my body, definitely go to my TikTok channel, Trina Merry Body Paint, and follow me there. It's all pretty TikTok safe, but like I said, I'm about to do a new Halloween series. So if you have any cosplays or like any Halloween ideas for me, or like you would love to have a tutorial about a special character or whatever, like leave a comment and I'll take care of you. The other, let's see, what was my other question? Okay, so the other question is, can you body paint in the night sky with the moonlight? So I'm guessing this has to do with my camouflage body paint style. And the question is not, can I do it? Because I absolutely can. The question is, can you photograph or document it? And I would say most cameras and iPhones and stuff are not like low light friendly enough where it's not hyper grainy. But I'm playing with this concept, and I'm going to be doing some night shoots, night camouflages in Tokyo when I go in August. I'm super pumped. So I'm going to be doing some tests leading up to that, try to see if I can create some cool neon stuff. So Anyways, hope you all have a great week. Happy Monday. Again, please leave your questions and comments below. I will be going live every Monday. So I'm doing these little FAQs and Q&As. So if you guys have any questions you want me to answer, please leave them in the comments, and next week maybe I'll answer yours. Okay, thank you. Bye.